But on the boards, as he was all night last night, was Chris Nicholson. He takes it inside and finishes for 2. And Moncton off to a hot start, 4-0 here on Sussex. That almost picked off.
We see Moncton's going to be looking to play a very aggressive, scrappy defensive game today.
Yeah, and we'll see now. Sussex is known, as they always have been for years and years, for running that wheel offense inside that they've passed down through the generations in that town, and it works well for them. Is that going to be something they're going to run the same way against the zone?
I mean,
you can. I mean, the principles are the same.
Right. You would hope so. The issue with the zone and the way Moncton High plays it is that you have to make sure that you're being crisp on your passes and making good decisions because, again, we talked about it a lot last night. Moncton High is long, they're big, they're physical, and they're very well coached.
They are.
So they're going to, you've got to be prepared for that.
And same goes with Mark Muscroft on the bench over there. Sussex is very well coached as well. And Matthias Muscroft, his son, up for 2. Gets Sussex on the board, knocks it down. So first we're getting a look at him, a guy with size and obviously got a little bit of range, so he's one to watch. And a turnover there. Poked away by George Walker in the corner. Up and off with a miss there was Connor Humphrey, and rebounded by Taylor McGovern. We're going the other way. McGovern played heavy minutes last night, one of several guys from Moncton that did. Over to the freshman, Teed.
I was going to say, is there anybody on MHS that doesn't have to play major minutes?
Well, Gentry Lee played a lot of minutes yesterday, getting the start today, and he was stellar in the second half.
I feel like he earned it. Yeah, he earned his start today.
Looks like Sussex is trying to run a lot of their stuff through Brody Black in the middle. Lefty 3 from long range from Walker. Rebounded inside and foul on Moncton, on Anavert. And he looks puzzled, but the unblemished record of referees not changing their mind continues. Another inbounds play for Muscroft in the corner. Twin, the mirror image of the play, running the other side, and he's 2 for 2. Pulls the Sonics within 1. Pardon me, takes the lead, Sussex up 5-4. Sussex able to generate another turnover, so Moncton getting bitten by the turnover bug here early.
And this is going to make a huge difference in this game. If Moncton doesn't take care of the ball, I feel like Sussex has a great chance to kind of take over this thing and get away from them a little.
Muscroft again, but he's short on this one. Rebounded, and poked away, but it'll stay with Moncton. Nicholson got to put that ball away, big man. So Sussex got some size to play with Moncton here. They're pretty long and athletic across the forward position. My initial impressions, and well defended there. Not shocking to find some pesky guards on the Sussex High School Sonics. That's a tradition throughout the year, but Dylan Pierrick banks home a tough runner in the lane for 2. So you know what you're going to get with Sussex. We haven't seen them play, but you know some things you're going to get with Sussex. You're going to get gritty, tough backcourt guys that are going to be in your face and make it tough for you to get into your offense. And you're going to get that wheel run at you. You're going to get some disciplined offense. So you know what you're going to get.
You're going to get discipline. You have to stay the course because they're not going to change throughout this.
And again, Connor Humphrey in there sticking his nose in, generating a turnover, and at the other end, George Walker finishes with the left hand. Gives Sonics the lead right back. Anavert having a tough time getting them into their offense, tougher than he did last night.
That half-court pickup is coming very fast by Brody Black.
Yep.
He's coming up with that help very quickly, and I mean he's a big body too. He's causing some disruption there.
Yeah, he's got good lateral movement for a big guy. Looks like he picked up maybe his first foul. Oh, nice execution out of that out-of-bounds play. Creates a layup for Nicholson, and Coach Muscroft didn't like that one. So it looks like they're going to force it into the middle, but turnover this time. Leak going the other way, and he's going to finish on the continuation and 1. Pretty move on the Euro step from the freshman.
Gentry Lead has decided that he's going to actually make sure that people know who he is by the time the Hoop Classic is over. I can just see that with him now. He's going to make sure that we're aware.
Well, the word from his coaches is how we talked about it last night. No one's more dedicated to getting better.
Right.
So he was concerned about the speed of the game and him decision making in the half court. Looks like his decision making's already coming along
on
as
both
a
ends.
freshman.
Yeah,
for
on
sure.
both ends.
Absolutely, and he's super athletic.
Like even within that zone, I've seen 2 turnovers happen on his side of the floor, on his defensive side there. Great, he's playing great basketball this weekend so far.
And a nice runner there from Muscroft. He's got 6 early. And lead on the attack again. Beautiful look to the corner, and Pierrick's got an open 3, comes up short. Rebounded by Muscroft, and he's going to go the other way. Walker. Into Muscroft again. Tough finish over top of Nicholson. Stayed with it. Rebounded inside. Ben Hookey missed the bunny. And Leeds going back the other way. Has his pocket picked by Walker. And it's going to go the other way. So again, the turnover bug for Moncton here early. Got a 2-point lead, but it's a lot of possessions they're giving away.
Coach Neil Smith demonstrating shooting form over there on the bench. If you were here yesterday, you also know we're not going to miss an opportunity with Coach Smith.
We are not, no, and that was his Indiana Hoosiers set shot from the 50s. It's a jumper we do now, Neil. It's a jumper we do now. And a nice block there by Moncton. They're going to get a chance to get out and run. Looks like Sussex has decided they are taking that screen and roll away from Xander Annevert, and he's going to have to make some sort of an adjustment.
Yep.
And that's going to be a discussion point at timeouts and the quarter break, I would imagine, for Neil.
Well, I would say with the information we have in front, like with what's been going on so far, Annevert's going to be one of the best players on the floor. And if that's the case, then Sussex has decided they're just taking him out of the game. And right now, he's almost allowing that to happen.
The classic make somebody else beat you.
Yep.
But there's some things you can do if they're trapping out of that. If they're trapping you out of that screen roll, there's some options that he has.
Absolutely.
And he hasn't gone to those yet.
And, I mean, I don't have any reason to believe that he's not going to figure it out either.
Of course not.
I'll wait. I'll wait. He's got 4 minutes.
He's good. Good cut there by Gentry Leet. Just tipped away by Walker. Moncton's run some good baseline out of bounds stuff already. Got a couple of good looks. See if Sussex does a better job communicating here. Leeds got a wide open 3 at the top, though. Long missed box out there by Sussex. They don't make the same mistake twice. Muscroft's going to push. And he finds Walker. Well challenged there by Dylan Pierrick, though, but it's going to stay with Sussex. And Moncton, we talked about last night, too, they don't play much man-to-man. They're going to play in a zone. Coach has talked about how he's worried about his guard depth and being able to guard the ball well enough on the perimeter to play man-to-man, at least this early in the year. So he's going zone, and he's going zone a lot.
Yeah, and he's got to save some legs, too.
Yes. And Sussex has got to force it up late, and Muscroft, that's going to be no rim. It's going to be a turnover. So Moncton's turning the ball over a lot, but their defense is keeping them in it. Sussex is getting shots up, but not necessarily high percentage ones. So Moncton High is doing a solid job so far in that zone. I think like we say, the timeout in the first quarter breaks here is going to be about how to get Annevert into the game for Moncton, but he took care of himself, didn't he?
And that's what happens, and that's why whatever the conversation was with the way Sussex was going to play defense today, they can't get away from that because it doesn't take much for him to break free and make good things happen.
He tried to go over that screen every single time so far. That time he rejected it. He got to the rim. Let's see if Sussex adjusts. It'll be a cat and mouse game on that play all night, I would imagine. And a 3 goes up for Kevin Lee. It's long, and again a missed box out. And what a look! The no look. Give us the goggles, Taylor. Give us the goggles.
I love it.
And laid in by Pierrick. And then a turnover. That's going to be a football. It's a good call.
Taylor McGovern was also last night for me was a fun player to watch. You know, he was involved, he was active, he was consistent, and again, good to see it now as well.
And he was out for a while just because of the vaccine protocols. He didn't get into game shape as much as he wanted to until recently. So it's good. Coach Coach is getting some minutes out of him that he didn't think he was going to get, maybe. So as always, our timeouts, fans, brought to you by Mark Beverly, RBC Dominion Securities Wealth Management. We thank him for his support of the tournament this year. We couldn't do it without you, Mark, so thank you. So 15-9 here early for Moncton, and it's been a story of not taking advantage of opportunities for Sussex, I think, at one end, and because they've been turning Moncton over quite a bit at the other.
Absolutely, yep. On both, both teams right now, could take better care of the ball, but again, defense. There's something to be said about the defense as well. I know a lot of times people will say, "Oh, well, you got to take care of the ball." Well, I mean, it's not that I'm not trying, right? there's somebody in front of me as well.
So this Sussex team, again, we're getting our first look at them, and they look. They got some talent on this side for sure, led by Matthias Musgraf. We talked about him so far. He's got 6 points, 8 points here early actually for the Sonics, and he plays for Team MB. His coach and father calls him a prolific scorer, and I don't think that's putting the dad spin on it. We can see already he's got a lot of tools in that toolbox, and he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the man here for Sussex against his zone.
Absolutely. I was thinking earlier too, like he actually has to have a good game. He's the only one in the gym with his father watching live.
So a little hesitant out there on the wing as Grayson Welton wasn't looking to score. They had to swing the ball quick. The ball goes all the way to the corner, and it's chased down there by Kevin Lee. Dylan Pierrick now for Moncton. Inside with a pretty look, and Nicholson in the finish. And the Moncton started carving up the Sussex defense here on the pass the last few possessions. Pinpoint. Walker with a lefty jumper from the and hustles. And man, I thought for a second there that and we're missing a number here for Sussex. We're going to have to clean that up. But here, let's see. Let's see if we might have to go to the website to clear this up. I think
Number 3, Grayson Welton.
Number 6. I don't have a number 6 on my page for Sussex, so we'll clean that up. We'll clean that up at the first quarter break, kids. So we're making sure we get everybody down pat here.
Absolutely, that's it for me. I've done my part.
Yeah. Walker with the giveaway after the defensive rebound, and Taylor McGovern makes him pay, laying it in. Musgraf pulls up for 3, and it's long, and rebounded by McGovern, who's had a strong start to this game for Moncton High. Annevert again gets trapped, turns it over. It's going to be a lay-in at the other end for Connor Humphrey. Oh, he misses the bunny.
It was supposed to be a lay-in at the other end.
And they were padding their offensive rebounding stats to no avail. 3 missed bunnies for Sussex, and they're not, again, taking advantage of these opportunities that they're creating by turning over the ball. Almost another turnover for Moncton, rescued by Lee. McGovern with a nice lefty kick to the corner, and Pierrick comes up short.
I will give Moncton High credit on the fact that even when the game gets scrappy like this, they do put the ball in a couple steady hands. Like right now, Taylor McGovern is a steady hand, and I see that when it gets scrappy, they're looking to find him.
Yep.
And then letting him make decisions out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sussex again. A missed, had a break opportunity, and weren't able to take advantage of it. Out of bounds went Walker, deemed not to have been fouled. Oh, and Sussex allowed Annevert to get in the lane, but they're calling him for a charge. Late call, but well taken inside there by Grayson Welton.
No comment from me. I have received technicals from both of these referees today. They are doing a great job on both ends of the floor.
Come on, man. Have a heart.
This is the only place in the gym I haven't received a technical foul in my whole life, so I'm going to try to keep it that way.
And Nicholson with another rebound. He's already had a 25 rebound game early in the season. As Mr. Nicholson, you can see why. He's got at least a half a dozen here already early. And staying with Moncton, 19-12 lead over Sussex. 13 and a half seconds left. They'll probably hold for the last shot. So Nicholson does kick it to the corner. Pierrick with a good head fake. And the take and the miss. And it's rebounded by Sussex. 4 seconds left. They're going to have to get it up. And the floater at the buzzer is a miss. And that's the story of the first quarter for Connor Humphrey and the Sussex Sonics, not taking advantage of their opportunities. 4 and they got to feel Sussex. They feel like they should be. This should be a tighter game than it is.
Yeah,
Sussex.
I mean, they could almost be up, but I mean, it's a story of turnovers for both teams right now.
We've said that a lot through three games and a quarter at this DNA Swag Hoop Classic so far. We think that we're pretty sure that the brand of ball is going to get prettier as the week goes on. It's been, but to the team's credit, still early in the season, coming off the COVID, not a lot of practice. This is almost like a tip-off tournament for a lot of these kids. And we said it ad nauseum last night, but they've played hard, a lot of hard, intense play from all the teams so far. These two teams included in this first quarter, just not clean yet. And I suspect we'll see that improve as the week goes on. So, fans out there, we're broadcasting on YouTube, obviously. We also have Twitter handles. So people were hitting us up last night on Facebook and Twitter, and to all you people correcting my mistakes, especially I'll give a special shout out to Andrew Trites, who had me several times. And I'm not giving him a hard time. He was 100% right every time. Called me on mispronunciation of names a couple times when I didn't get a chance to check it with his coaches before the game. Listen, I'm going to be on point with that the rest of the weekend. Thanks, Andrew. At one point, I had the wrong team leading the game at the end of the first. Listen, I don't get paid for this, right?
I mean, the thing is, though, when I did look at the schedule and I saw Dave Tingley on the list, I did expect perfection. I don't want, I mean, if I was wrong, I'll own that. But I saw what I saw.
Then you got to own it because you're wrong.
This is
going to be far from perfect.
You know what? I changed my mind.
It is going to be fun.
I don't own it. I'm going to stick by what I said. Let's do basketball again.
So fans, if you're on Twitter, I'm at Hoops Tingley. If you wanna say hi there. If you know me on Facebook, then say hi there.
I'm not telling you.
You're not.
I mean,
Tea's going to keep it to himself.
It is at 180 ONE8TEA. Love to hear from you.
Yeah. Say hi if you want. Anybody, anywhere. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us where you're from. Tell us if you're enjoying yourself. And Mark Musgroff's son, I almost said Mark Musgroff. I saved it, as a professional does. Well, Matthias Musgroff with another three from the top.
Perfection.
And he's enjoying himself early. And another turnover going the other way. And a lay-in. The man we don't have a name for yet. You know what? Ask our man there to go get his name. We're going to send one of the wonderful volunteers over to get that name so we're not stuck at halftime not knowing this young man's name because he's playing well for Sussex. All you Sussex fans and his fans and family out there deserved me to call his name right. And we're going the other way. So Sussex start off the second quarter well, the three, and they're back within two on Moncton. Moncton sitting back in that zone again. Sussex looking for the weak spots, and Musgroff's decided it's up top, in and out from three that time, and rebounded again by Mr. Nicholson, the Windex man. Oh, and a little too much hands that time. Sussex being real aggressive at the top of that. And Neil Smith wants to talk about it. What's he seeing there defensively from Sussex that you think he's probably talking to his guys about?
I think the bulk of the turnovers that Moncton High are getting right now are coming at the top, just coming over half, and Sussex is making that trap. I mean, keeping in mind, they didn't have to deal with that last night. Harrison Trimble played them with a lot of one-on-one in that open court part, so that wasn't an issue last night. But this trap is coming quick, and they're sending. What I'm noticing is that they're sending somebody long every time, so they're putting some height on him as well.
Yep.
And that's where the turnovers are coming from. I just noticed. I thought to myself, when Moncton's playing good defense and causing turnovers on Sussex and getting out, then great opportunities are coming out of it. But I'm pretty sure Coach Smith is in there right now figuring out how he's going to get the ball over half and get into their offense.
And it seems like there's probably a vulnerability in the middle there to send somebody normally they probably send Felly to the middle.
Right.
Be big, gather it, square up, play make, right?
Well, in that situation,
they got McGovern, they got they got Leet, they got Pierrick, they got a few guys that can probably give a pressure release for him.
Yeah, and in that situation, I could see Felly actually being the ball handler in that because it takes away the ability of the taller defender to come and trap there.
Yep. Oh, and look at the backdoor pass. Nice look and nice catch. And what a follow by Pierik. Athletic. Big guy coming weak side, crashing those boards. Giving Moncton a 4-point edge again. Musgrove swings it, and that's going up. And in for Connor Humphrey. His first field goal. Lee on the wing for Moncton, using that screen roll. Again, Sussex digging in, creating havoc. That screen roll, that was a go-to for Moncton all last night. It has not worked so far. It's been a turnover machine here for them early. See if they can figure that out. Anivert's just going to take him one-on-one, spin. It's knocked out of his hands and it's going to stay with Moncton. Connor Humphrey being real physical with Connor Anivert. And to the rescue comes our tournament chairman, Brendan Belmar, with the correct numbers list, I'm guessing. And Dylan Pierik spins and misses, gathers his own, misses again. Pierik really doing work inside. And looks like it's Aaron Walker, number 6. So Aaron Walker, all the good stuff you've done retroactively. We'll go back and edit this on YouTube, and I'll put in Aaron Walker every time we'll edit it.
Yes, you will, because I'm also not getting paid for this.
So that happens at the start of every tournament. Usually there's one, Anivert with the hands. He's going to go coast to coast and finish with the right hand. Anivert gets off to Schneid and puts Moncton High back up 3 as they turn Sussex over. And Sussex is definitely looking to get somebody in the middle of that zone and free things up. Unfortunately, when they spin around, there's Nicholson looking at them right in the face. Big 6'6" Chris Nicholson. And Anivert's going to the lane again. He's not waiting now. He's pushing it.
He's making decisions now.
Yep. He's decided he's going to push it up ahead of that, giving them a chance to set up and trap him. Push it ahead, beat it.
And keep it in mind, too, Moncton High has another coach on their bench today, Nathaniel Fells, who is a terrific point guard in his own right, who, that's a good mentor to have.
I did not notice that. You are correct. Nathaniel joins Norval McConnell and Neil Smith on the bench. That's a pretty solid coaching staff. What do you think?
Absolutely. And you have everything covered.
You do. And 2 for 2 at the line for Anivert. Pumps the lead back up to 5.
All that to say, I'm very, very impressed with the discipline of Sussex. Like I like seeing how they're making decisions with the ball.
And Muscroft, another miss. He's had some wide open opportunities that haven't gone in, but and what a clever little play there by McGovern. He knew he was going to get beat to the spot, and he threw up that runner before in advance of getting that charge call. He really avoided it well. Good body control by McGovern. And again, Sussex dumps it inside, and nice kick to the corner for a 3 from Muscroft. And Brody Black playing in the middle of that zone. Real nicely there, dropping a dime to his shooter. And Anivert tiptoe on the sidelines, keeps it in bounds. And a little too handsy there from Connor Humphrey. He's looking around going, we don't get called for that in Sussex.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Musgrove talks very, very highly of Brody Black.
Yep.
On his decision making and his ability to stretch the defense, with his ability to shoot the ball. And he's not afraid of getting hit, which is also important.
Oh, the disregard from Connor Anivert sheds him and drains the 3. Pretty stuff from Anivert. You don't see Connor. I suspect Connor Humphrey isn't used to getting beat like that, given the way he usually plays defense. And he's going to try to get one back, but he's not able to bank it in. And Pierik, who's had a strong start to the game, gathers another board. Anivert using Nicholson. Looks like they're setting that up higher there a little bit,
right?
Maybe Taya.
Yep.
Oh, well done. Well done by McGovern on the ball control. The one-handed pass to the corner, a little showtime, little Globetrotters from McGovern, and he's smiling about it. He loves it. Dylan Pierik was the beneficiary that time. The floater is long there from Humphrey. And Moncton on a bit of a roll now.
You throw a great no-look pass like that, you're allowed to be happy about it. You earned it.
He's getting greedy now. That one he wanted a little more showtime, did McGovern. It was a little bit long. Oh, look at Moncton sharing the ball. This has been pretty the last few possessions. Unlucky that that one didn't go. They get beat long, but Humphrey.
Decisions.
Good decision there, but short on the three is Kyle Whalen. But again, that you can't fault that look. That was Humphrey pushed the ball, got his feet in the paint. It's always a good thing to beat. You talk about secondary break, and you hear that on if you're watching the NBA out there, fans. Secondary break is you take that break opportunity if it's there. But Connor Humphrey knew he was going 1-on-3, but he got his feet in the paint, attracted the attention, and he had a shooter on the wing for that secondary break. Shoot that. He wants his man to, even though he missed it, he wants him to shoot it next time too. Annevert, ooh, a little bit greedy that time, and he knows it. But it looks like Sussex has changed up their defense a little bit up top. Neil Smith calling hands. It's a detail in the zone you don't always think about. Make yourself big. Get those hands up. Oh, Matthias Muscroft rips down the board. But why is Neil Smith yelling hands? Why are hands so important in a zone like that?
Well, because it takes up space, and it does. It
takes vision away.
It helps you be bigger and cover up some more space, and it makes the passing lanes harder to get into.
Yep. Messes up your vision, the passing lanes for sure.
And that's going to be the solution defensively for Moncton High as this game goes on, because at this point they've already figured out that they're not going to be able to speed up Sussex.
Nope, that's true.
Sussex is playing disciplined basketball. They're going to run their stuff. They're going to stay in it. So you're not going to speed them up. You have to give yourself a chance by taking away space.
Andrew Smith, new on the floor, runs the ball down in the corner. And Lee trying to go to the glass, but he took too many steps. And Lee's another player that Neil Smith says he really likes. He's just got to slow things down a little bit. And that's an indication there on that last possession. He's just got to slow things down, come to a good 2-foot stop, and then kick that ball out. But Sussex beats him down the floor, and they're going to go to the line, and it's number 10, Ben Hookey. He's going to be there for 2.
I'm really interested to see what kind of adjustments both of these coaches make coming out of halftime today.
Yeah, it will be really interesting because we've got two really good coaches that know their guys, that know their systems,
right?
That know what's going on the other side.
Yep.
You know, they're no dummies. Muscroft and Neil Smith, they both know that they're going to see some different stuff out of halftime from the other guy.
Right.
It's about anticipating that, but also not getting away from what you do well.
Right.
And Leap back on the floor for Moncton handling the ball. Nicholson swings it over to Lee. He's going to attack lefty again, but a nice look inside. But Evan Aru needed to go straight up with it, not fade away. Take that contact. Oh, and a nice little Euro step there, but a miss from Brody Black. Sussex, a second shot opportunity. It's going to be Muscroft. Pretty stuff. That jumper is pure. Ripped the strings that time. And lead again. Back to Smith. Lee. Over to Leet. Getting some rest here for Annevert. It's Moncton High. Leet with a nice move and a kick for a wide open three. Andrew Smith drains it.
I was very interested in what Leet was going to do in this moment, you know, playing the backup role, as Felly's normally the backup point guard for this team.
Exactly.
So seeing him come in and make the adjustments and actually lead the team, because that's the other thing with Moncton High. Their point guards actually run their team.
Absolutely.
So seeing him make that adjustment is definitely going to become a problem for Sussex as we go on.
Yeah, and Sussex, you got to think Sussex really wants to take advantage of these non-Annevert minutes. But Lead again sets up a nice three. This time for Lee, it's long, but there's Nicholson inside. Just rims out on the follow. And Nicholson is dominating inside today. Got to be double-figure rebounds for him already. And a nice backdoor cut, but there's Nicholson again. It's really been all about Chris Nicholson, largely at both ends for Moncton High here early. Getting close to a double-double already, I would imagine, with 2:23 left in the half. And Sussex is having a tough time. They like obviously getting their big man to handle that ball at the free throw line. But they turn around, and there's Nicholson staring him in the face.
This is going to be a very big 2 minutes for Sussex.
Yeah,
And
we talked about it last night.
Yeah.
The end of quarters. It's how you finish, and that's a good start. Muscroft drains another one.
Moncton's had this thing to double digits already, so if you need to keep it below that going into the half here.
And all
if you're Sussex.
knocked away again. Again, the hands of Walker. He's been super aggressive there at the top of that defense for Sussex, and they call a timeout.
Been a quiet game so far for number 10 from Sussex, Ben Hookey. I was reading the notes on him.
Yeah.
Provincial player for New Brunswick, highly skilled shooter. I mean, it's not that Sussex isn't playing well. I don't say it to say that. I just.
Yeah, I mean, his coach calls him one of the best scorers in the province when he's hot.
Right.
And we haven't said his name very much.
Right. So my thought is too, like those are factors that we kind of have to pay attention to because he hasn't been involved yet either, and they're still in this game.
Nope. And Muscroft's gotten his game off, and he probably needs Hookey to come along a little bit with him, carry these guys along a little bit. But really, I mean, you look up, it has the feel maybe that Moncton should have a bigger lead than they do. But Sussex, you look up and you're down 7. You're not doing too bad.
Yeah, so I'm always fearful of a disciplined team.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter the score.
Mm-hmm.
They're here to
a mentally tough, disciplined team, and that's what you're always going to get from Sussex. You're always going to get that. There's not going to be we're down 10, woe is me. That's
right.
We're down 20, woe is me. No,
right.
You are never safe.
Right.
With a mentally tough, disciplined team.
And they're proving that right now.
Yep.
That regardless of what's going on, they're just staying the course, and the shots fall when they fall, and you just keep getting good shots, and you'll see what happens, right?
Yep. Yeah. Moncton's just having a tough time just simply getting the ball in. That's a dangerous pass, and it's going to be a turnover. Saw it coming. And here's Hookey. Let's see if he can get going. Nope. Comes up short on the layup. Connor Leet the other way. And a turnover, and Lee was not ready to catch that ball. And Muscroft's going to bring him 2 points closer. Now a 5-point game, and they are not having a good time with these non-antivert minutes. It started well with Leet, but looks like nobody wants the ball in their hands right now for Moncton, it looks like up top.
Yeah, and Sussex is doing exactly what we said they needed to do. They needed to win these couple of minutes, and they're downhill. They're coming at you.
That is a nice finish from Walker, coast to coast. Impressed by him so far as well. And there it is. It's going to be 2 again the other way. And the Connor Antivert minutes are going all Sussex way here. His bench minutes. You got to wonder if Neil's going to play this out right to the end of the half with him. This might be a teaching moment for his team. We need you guys to step up in those minutes. Nicholson does a good job getting to lead in the corner. And again, Walker with that little reach around play to try to knock it loose.
Eventually you'll get caught.
Eventually you'll get caught, but it's worked for him so far real well.
Yep.
And you can see why that Coach Muscroft calls him the heart and soul of the team, Aaron Walker. Or pardon me, Aaron Walker's number 6, pardon me, George Walker. Good grief. Get your notes straight, David. I'm calling him wrong. I'm saying George is the heart and soul of the team. Deal with it.
Hey.
No, but he's also a Team MB player as George.
Deal with it.
And he's only a grade 10. His size and ability at grade 10, Mr. Walker, he's another Team MB player for Sussex. Doesn't mind the physical play. You can say that again. And he missed all of last season. You see his knee. He missed all last season with a torn ACL. Did George? So good on him for coming back and seemingly picking up wherever he left off, because he's played very well so far in this half.
Moncton High with only 9 seconds on the shot clock.
And the shot clock's not running.
There it is.
Oh,
so Moncton High with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Apparently they gave him some extras, and they took advantage. Did they ever? Taylor McGovern, they had a few extra seconds and they used it, and that was huge for Moncton, you're right. Walker on the attack. Back out to Muscroft, and that's going to go in. I knew it, saw it coming. That release was pure. Pretty basketball from Sussex. and simple. Oh, Leet burns him down the middle and lays it in.
That was for Coach.
Absolutely.
That was for Coach. Neil got up and yelled at him for leaving that jumper open last possession. So he decided he was going to fix it.
And too aggressive is Leet on that shot by Musgrove to end the half, and he's going to have, is it 2 or 3 that he's going to get? I didn't see whether he had his foot on the line. Our view was a little bit blocked. Are they calling 3 or 2?
We've got 3.
We got 3. So after all this, we could go into the half exactly where we started with a tie score. Musgrove, we don't have the scorebook in front of us. We don't keep track, but this has got to be, he's got to be on the verge of 20 points.
He's having a great
having
day.
some kind of half. Can see why. Plays for Team MB, and his dad calls him prolific. 3 for 3 at the line, and we're going to go into the locker room tied at 41. So we talked about it, a tough, disciplined team that you're always going to get from Sussex. Moncton had a chance to run away from a little bit, but they didn't let it happen.
Well, it's about staying the course, right? And even being down double digits, they didn't panic at all. You didn't see any panic with them. They figured it out. Coach Musgrove just kept running things as he was running them and kept things nice and calm and cool. I've been watching them kind of walk the sideline there, and no panic.
And they took full advantage of the non-Xander Anivert minutes for Moncton High. We talked about how their backup point guard is generally their big guy in the middle,
right.
Feli Njai. So they tried Leet there, and he did some good things, but they had too many turnovers off the top. Leet and McGovern and those guys, Andrew Smith and Kevin Lee at the top, turned the ball over too much in the non-Anivert minutes. So we'll see how that works out in the second half, fans. And we're going to leave you for 9 minutes or so, but we'll be right back. Enjoy the non-Dave and Taya minutes. Have fun.
I will.
And welcome back, fans, to the second half of our opening Wednesday game at the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. Moncton and Sussex getting back at it in a 41-41 tie. Taya, how was your time? How was your halftime? It was good.
I kind of stayed right where I'm at.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
talked some things over with tournament chairman Brendan Belmar as Dylan Pyrick lays it in.
It's always a little bit uncomfortable when the GM comes to see you, though. So
It is. He likes the job we're doing. And thank you, and I say Pyrick, and with my emphasis on that, thank you to Andrew Treitz, as always, for correcting my mistakes. He's going to be I think we'll just make him the official mistake fixer of the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. We'll just call him that. Good play make there. Elite doesn't want the three, but Pyrick does.
the
Just
official
off the rim.
corrector.
So I'm blaming Neil Smith for that, because darn it, I checked the pronunciations with the coach. So if the coach goes, I don't know, call him Pyrick. That's Neil for you, right? Good grief.
Tell us how you really feel there, Mr. Tingley.
I really feel that I love Neil, but, he left me out on an island there. I think he's playing a joke on me.
Definitely sabotage you.
Definitely.
I know enough about Neil to know you got set up.
And another shout out to our friend Timmy LeBlanc listening on the live stream. Thanks for listening, Tim. And I think he'd be listening anyway, but he's got a good reason to listen because his son Caden plays for Moncton High. Now he's on the bench and in a boot because he's got a bad wing there.
Blew a
bad
tire.
foot, blew a tire. But they could. Timmy thinks they could use his shooting right now, and I would. If he shoots like his father, then I haven't seen him play much since he's become a varsity player. But if he shoots like his dad, they could definitely use that three-point shooting right now. If he plays defense like his dad,
Not touching it. And we're back. Here we go.
love you, Timmy. You know I'm yanking your chain.
Going to stay here with Sussex.
A former broadcasting partner of mine,
Absolutely.
Tim LeBlanc. Back in the old times of the Moncton Miracles, back in the day of the NBL. So good start here to the second half for Moncton High, 4-0 run, but that's cut short by Aaron Walker, finding his way into the middle of the key and putting it up. And he's the guy that his coach calls the heart and soul of the team. So we'll need him to have a big second half as well.
And as we discussed at the end of the first half, it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments that the coaches have made coming into this third quarter.
And, yeah, we'll get into that as this third quarter rolls along. It's been a good start by Moncton. Their Leak goes to the line, and another solid play by him. Threw up the floater and got hacked, and he makes the first. And the starting lineups look like they're the same as they were in the first half. And Leet goes 1 for 2, back rims it, and a good box out there from Aaron Walker. Muscroft on the wing. Walker, he's playing the middle. And Annevert, Pesky digs it out. Leet, Pesky as well. They lose it though. And playmaking again is Brody Black. Didn't get anything out of it. And they got a shot clock violation. No communication from the bench on that one. Didn't know he had to throw it up, and it's another turnover for Sussex.
These are the moments as well where you see how guys respond. So how is Sussex going to respond to that turnover? Because in this situation, if you just give up a basket, it gets deeper, right?
And what a nice 1-2 pass there to Leet. Misses the three, though, and Black cleans the glass. Muscroft the other way with a floater, comes up short. And again, Nicholson on the glass. Pyrick down the floor. Nice stop and go, and he lays it in with the right hand. Good patience from Pyrick in the half court.
Very agile big.
Really like his game.
Attacks the hoop well, catches the ball well inside, and finishes well inside. You should have had his name right a long time ago.
So should Neil Smith.
Don't keep passing the buck, Dave.
Taylor McGovern with the board in Annevert. And Sussex has gone back to trying to trap this. Look at that pinpoint pass from Annevert. Not quite able to handle it was Nicholson, but he battled for it and off Muscroft out of bounds. So it looks like Sussex is trying to go back to trapping that high screen at the top. Not as effective as it was at the start of the game. Nice work there from Connor Humphrey. How many exact replicas of Connor Humphrey have there been at Sussex High School throughout the years? How many of those, like, just tough, hard-nosed, put your nose in little, small guards?
I walked in the gym and saw him warming up, and I was like, he's been playing there for 20 years.
Yeah. He'll even look, You can line them up. They probably look alike. But, man, they always have at least one or two of those guys. You just don't want to play against them. And he runs back and challenges that. Is that going to go in? It doesn't. It rims out.
And exactly that. First one back, ready to go, and getting involved.
And Walker to Walker, back to Walker. And Walker with the runner. Doesn't go in, but George follows his shot. Doesn't go. Follows his shot again. Pyrick missed it. Nicholson missed a box out for once. Doesn't happen very often, but McGovern saves the day on the weak side with a board. Pyrick looking for that screen. Nicholson. Nice look to Leet. Leet's going to try to beat him on going left. He looks real comfortable going that way, but he rims out on the jumper.
I still like the aggression he's playing with. Like he is attacking. He's not playing like your average typical rookie.
Absolutely. Aaron and George Walker are just running things under the glass right now. Not getting anything to go for their efforts, however. A little bit of a lid on the cup for Sussex.
I'm convinced I wouldn't want to have to match up with these Walker boys.
We're presuming they're brothers. I'm gonna be shocked if they're not, because they look alike, they play alike, both long arms,
and they're tough.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's standing out for me. I feel like the Sussex team has a little bit of everything. You've got your scrappy guards, you've got your solid players on the wing, great bigs, and then you've got these guys that will fight you out here for the ball, right? Like,
every possession at both ends.
Yes,
too. Don't take any possessions off. And Moncton, to their credit, isn't backing down. Down some guys. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here from Sussex. So we talked about halftime adjustments. I don't know if there's been any huge ones that it looks like Sussex is playing pretty much the same way they've always played the game. Moncton's still sitting back in that zone. Sussex tried to come out and, if anything, Sussex tried to come out and challenge Annivert again. It's kind of similar to the way they did the game, but Annivert seems to have made the adjustment, maybe kick it to the corner and let a guy like Pyrick run that screen, or Leet, and play off of them a little bit. Maybe that's kind of an adjustment that Moncton's made a little bit. Having Annivert off the ball a little bit, getting that secondary attack from him off that first action. Let's go. Sorry, fans. I was getting into the groove of the music a little bit. Sorry, I got lost.
I honestly forgot we were even on the broadcast.
I got lost.
I apologize for the dead air there. I was going over the lyrics to this song in my head. I apologize.
I thought you were going to break out into it. I was waiting.
Right?
That's why I went silent. I thought you were going to break out.
No, not.
Girl, you're not going to no?
Yeah, no, I don't freestyle anymore. It's $5 a pop minimum.
Oh, we'd have to pay for it. Mr.
No more freestyle.
Mr. New Brunswick Music Award winner here that's sitting next to me. What else? What else you got? You got New Brunswick Music Awards. What else you got? Come on.
We've been to the ECMAs.
ECMAs.
We've got some Covenant Awards under the belt. It's been a good run.
I'm next to a superstar here, fans, if you didn't know this.
No, actually, you're next to a grandfather now who is very exhausted with the whole rap idea.
Don't tell me that. You're not tired of it yet. Lee misses the second, but look who's there to clean it up. Nicholson. Been everywhere in the glass. Not able to get it to go this time.
Got caught with that double dribble. I thought he did it quick enough that he could get away with it, but
sometimes those little guys do, but not this time. Connor Humphrey turns it over, and Moncton's back at it. And again, we've got getting some rest for Xander Annivert on the second day of a back-to-back. We'll see what Leet can do running the offense, but there's the
great trap.
There's your heart and soul out there trapping them, clutching and grabbing anything you can to get a hold of that ball. They're going to lose. Thing is, they don't care if they take 2 or 3 or 4 fouls out there doing that in the game. They generate some turnovers. That's all they care about. And Moncton has problems just getting the ball in bounds off the sideline. Nicholson finds himself in the right place again. He's got a habit of doing that. Is Mr. Nicholson? Oh, and that's if I'm Coach Muscraft, I want Brody Black to create for himself out of there.
I was going to say that one that's a shot you got to take.
Yep.
Even if you don't make it, you have to take that shot because right now, if I'm defending and I'm on Moncton High and I'm defending, well, I don't trust you out there. I don't have to worry about you, so I can tighten up inside.
He reminds me a lot of that. I'm going to forget his name. He played for Loyola Chicago the last 4 years. Got them to a couple NCAA tournaments. That left-handed kid. His name's on the tip of my tongue. I'm not going to get it, but that's how Brody looks, and he's deferring a little too much to his teammates.
Right.
But a guy who's not today is Taylor McGovern, who's had a terrific game for Moncton
Taylor
High.
McGovern came to get one today.
He's been terrific so far. Not able to answer at the other end is Ben Hookey, who still hasn't gotten his game off, the NBA All-Star. And it's going to stay here with Moncton High. Knocked out of bounds again by Muscroft. So it's swelled to an 11-point lead now for Moncton High. And we haven't said Muscroft's or Hookey's name much at all here in the second half. Leet, nice job on the handle there, forcing a foul from Aaron Walker. So Leet's doing a much better job in these minutes with Anna Vert on the bench than he did in the first half. Now they're going to try to steal a little rest for Pyrick here as well as Evan Aru comes off the bench.
Very important defensive possession for Sussex right now. You get a good stop and get back down on the offensive end and get this thing back below 10.
Yeah. And Nicholson follows his shot so nice, that size of his. McGovern wanted another one, but he was long, but Aru's there to collect it.
Definitely got lucky that time. That's not somebody you want to leave open today.
And Leet back out to the lefty, Lee, and he misses. Got away with one there, did Sussex. Muscroft on the attack, getting downhill. He's going to try to finish with the floater, and that's not an easy shot.
So smooth, though.
Whew. He's got everything that you want
the
in
whole
an offensive
package.
threat. And they force a turnover. And the man who forced it's going to get paid off. Connor Humphrey up for two. I jumped the gun on him once in the first half. He didn't disappoint me that time. And what anticipation there. Leet's only got a couple seconds. Gets it over. McGovern into Nicholson. Back out to Leet. He's going to try to penetrate. Kicks to Lee. Not there. He's dealing with the pesky Humphrey. Oh, they got lucky there with that pass.
Got away with one there.
Got a three-point play out of nothing. Chris Nicholson doing all kinds of good things today. He's been terrific for Moncton. We talked about it last night. He's the fellow that lost 50 pounds to get into the playing shape you see today. And his coach expects him to play at the next level. He really wants to. And he's got all kinds of stuff that you can use at that next level.
Yep.
Including just his height and long arms, but he's got a knack for finding that ball. But nice move there from Hookey. That's a explosive move that haven't seen from him so far. Gets Nicholson off of his feet and lays it in. And Leet. That's a tough pass. That's not going to get there. Ooh.
That might be something that Moncton High may want to just be prepared to address right away. Hookey getting those easy baskets there because, again, a player like him, you don't want to get him rolling. You want to make sure that you keep him. If he's quiet, you keep him that way. And you want to be careful not to let him get going.
That's for sure. And again, Moncton struggles just to get the ball in bounds. Humphrey on the attack. Tries to drop a dime, but hustling back is Nicholson. Good job by him getting back. Another turnover from Moncton almost, not quite. And a good give and go from Nicholson to McGovern, but an attempted pass to Aru goes awry. And it's going to go back to Sussex. And again, Moncton got to double digits, but now it's down to 7 again. And a chance to bring it closer. is Sussex. And we've seen there of late, Hookie and Muscroft have woken up a little bit, and Hookie's going to try it for 3. Doesn't see that one go down, and McGovern collects the weak side board. He's been big on that weak side glass so far today. And that's another pass that wasn't going to get there. He's momentarily open, and Sussex turns it right back over. And Aru, a careless turnover there. Boy, like yesterday, the kids found every way yesterday to turn the ball over.
Yeah,
and they're doing it
that
again
one.
this
That one got
afternoon.
Coach Smith up on his feet.
It did. Takes a lot too to get him to sit up. That's a workout for him.
I feel like I should go over
Me
and
too.
encourage him to get off of that chair anyway.
Yeah.
I fell through one of those a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, those black ones there. That
Oh,
are
yeah?
over there. Yeah.
Fell through.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun. And understanding the type of coach I am, I'm very loud and animated, and so I was actually in the middle of yelling something across the gym as my chair gave out. We don't want that for Coach Neal.
No, we do not. Oh boy, passed it into a tough spot. They're going to get double teamed, and that's just a disaster waiting to happen. And a nice pass there to Muscroft, who lays it in, and that was well done from Kyle Whalen. Pardon me, Grayson Welton, Grayson Welton with a nice defensive play and a nice assist. And knocked off Moncton and another turnover. And Neal is Coach Smith's really playing some extended minutes without Annivert.
I was just thinking that. How much longer do you think he can keep Annivert on the bench and still maintain this lead?
You wonder if this is a test, if this is kind of a test run for him, trying to see who's going to step up in these minutes. And a nice, you can see how explosive Hookie is when he gathers up. He's obviously an explosive 2-foot jumper, and he's agile, and he's got some hops, and he used them on both these hoops in this third quarter, looking to liven things up for himself. Moncton not able to chase down that rebound. Going the other way is Sussex, a nice hit ahead to Walker. Well done. Aaron Walker, on the lay-in on the feed from Matthias Muscroft. And Muscroft and Hookie have both come to play here in this third quarter. And Walker causing another tie-up. And Coach Smith thought his man's getting fouled out there, but I can't really argue with it. I mean, your guards aren't being tough with the ball. They're turning the ball over. They're not going to get the benefit of the doubt all of a sudden from the referee. It's not going to happen.
No.
Nice skip pass there. 1-2 to Matthias. He's not ready to shoot. Now he is. He's taking it.
Great
Pretty
pass.
look. Wasn't able to finish was Kyle Whalen, but he's going to the line for 2. Got to that. We call that the dunker spot in the NBA and NCAA. You get to that little 45-degree angle, make yourself available, and Whalen did a good job.
I mean, it'll always be a layup spot to me. Actually, I won't be there, but
that would require you being in the paint.
yeah, if I end up there, it was an accident.
It was an accident.
I just
you
I
got lost.
I got caught on a screen.
You got
I
lost
just didn't get all the way through.
You just got lost on the way to the 3-point line. Yeah,
it happens.
no, it does. I'm one to talk. I mean, let's be honest. Nicholson pulls down another board, and he had that 25 rebound game earlier. I don't know if he's that far off from that number tonight.
No.
He might be on his way again. He's gotten everything. The Windex man for Moncton High today. And a nice 3, and Lee gets some fives from the bench. That was a big shot.
That's a huge shot at the end of that third quarter.
Wow.
Huge shot at the end of the quarter.
It's a big mental break to have a 4-point edge instead of a 1-point edge after that. They had some rough minutes there towards the end, those Annivert-free minutes. And fans, we'll get up so we can talk about it, our men's sponsors. So our title sponsor, DNA Swag, couldn't do it without the boys at DNA Swag. You guys, you Trites and Dave Taylor over there, you guys do an amazing job. So we always want to shout you out. And I know you got somebody to talk about there too, don't you? Somebody else that's given.
We want to send a shout out to Jacinth, who is our lead photographer. She was also the lead photographer for the Moncton Magic, and her assistant Matthew. was with her there.
Yeah, Matthew
Just a
Chason, yeah.
just a great photographer. She does a great job. She's always supportive. Does great work in the community. Just a very big fan of Jacinth. And so you'll hear her name throughout the tournament. But just so that you know, you can go to either website.
Yep.
And there are pictures on the front page of both websites, the men's and women's tournament.
Yep.
And you'll see some of her work. And if you don't find what you're looking for there, I mean, just type her name into any Google search engine.
Yep. She's got a
and
show.
You'll find
she's missing a few games because she's got a show this week. So I mean, she does unbelievable work.
Absolutely.
She made me look good for the Magic, so she can do that. And you'll see, fans, our gold sponsors up there on the screen right now: Advanced Health and Physiotherapy, Advocate Printing, Lansbury Group, Moncton Minor Basketball, Little Caesars, the City of Moncton, Riverview Sunfest 3-on-3, Grant Thornton. Those are the bronze sponsors, along with Jacinth Photography. So without you guys, we couldn't do this week. So all of our thanks, and please support those sponsors, everybody out there, if you get a chance. And I didn't know this. Jacinth was a basketball player back in her day. I didn't know that until this week. I should have known. But yeah, she played it. Did she play at UW? Is that where she played?
UW, yeah.
Man, I had no idea.
Very passionate about sports photography too. She's a five-time winner of the Freeman Patterson Award.
5-time winner.
Yeah.
Not a flash in the pan, that one. No, she does unbelievable work. These kids are going to be so happy with the shots that they can go and look at, and their parents and everything up online. They're going to look so good. And Sussex, they're backing down. They're playing one style out up high on these guards, and they don't care who it is. And they're going to take fouls, and they're not going to care. They're going to keep coming. That time it was Kyle Whalen and Aaron Walker out top. And a nice take there from Leet, but lots of hands to get through, and it's going back to Sussex. That's part of what you learn as a grade 10 guard. You got to learn when you can force it and when there's too many arms to force that up in there, and when to take it back out. Hookie doesn't want the shot. Musgrove does, rims out, and there's Nicholson again, cleaning that glass.
I don't think we're ever going to have to yell at Musgrove to shoot the ball.
Nope.
He's nor shoot the ball. And he should shoot the ball every time. Every 100%. Chance he gets.
That is a pretty shot. So Timmy's shouting you out again. He's defending you, saying the corner three is your office, and I should not disparage you the way I'm disparaging you. So Tim LeBlanc, come to your defense.
Thank you, Timmy. Timmy knows I'm a big Timmy fan. You can tell by the amount of times I just said Timmy in one sentence.
Musgrove on the weak side, boards it, and then a tie-up. Nicholson gets his hands on it, but Sussex maintains possession, gets tied up. Musgrove's only got 4.5 seconds to work. That's plenty for him. Look at that turnaround. Rims out, though, and a good box set on the weak side by Aru. And here comes Leet. And Leet's going to go on the attack, looking to who to kick it to, and he's got a wide open Smith who launches but misses. And a great box set on the weak side there by Hookie. Smith gets back and knocks it free, but it's back to Musgrove, who makes a diagonal to Walker. Up and in for Aaron Walker. Bounces through and brings Sussex back within 2. I think we're destined to have this go down to the final few possessions.
Yep. And it's going to come down to Moncton's size and athleticism versus Sussex's discipline and ability to stay with their systems. Mm-hmm. This is going to be fun to watch and see whose will actually gets imposed the most down the stretch here.
And I think we're going to get another chance to see Moncton impose their will with Andover back on the floor. I think the ball is going to be in his hands, and so Sussex is going to have to be a little bit more aware of their attacking defense at the top. Hookie back to Musgrove, all the way over to Humphrey, inside to Whalen, kicks it out to Hookie. He wants the 3 this time. It's off. And
it should be noted too, like, great job by Elite and the guard committee for Moncton High. They bought a lot of time.
They did.
For Andover to get some rest and be able to come back into this game.
They did.
They did a great job.
Yeah, the box score will show some turnovers from them, but these are young guys learning how to play varsity at that spot.
Right.
Nicholson cleans the glass again. Shocking surprise. Leet in the corner to Pyrick. And he's going to hit Nicholson, who hustles down the floor and gets a spot. Man. I bet you that's why he lost those 50 pounds. He wanted to be able to do just that.
Phenomenal footwork in that situation.
And he sprinted down the floor and got to that spot. You love to see that out of your big. And he gets rewarded. Hookie inside to Walker. Makes a move on Nicholson. Loses it. Now he's got to get it back out, and he does. And too much time in the key, and Sussex, a little choke. That three had gone in from Hookie right after the whistle. That's a big call.
It would have made a difference.
Oh, boy. And Moncton has nobody back to accept the inbounds pass. Lead has to come rushing into the backcourt, and it looks like they are specifically playing Annabert off the ball. Lead, nice penetration. Nicholson misses a bunny, though. That would have been a big one to put him up 6. Muscroft on the attack now, splits the D. Absorbs the contact. Good defense there, though. No call, and that was a good call. Stood his ground, did Pyrick, pardon me. Annabert.
You're going to get a text.
Nope. Corrected myself.
Nope.
Right in the spot. Pyrick.
Strong take.
Yeah, a little bit of a late call, but I think deserved. He was bodied that whole way down the lane. But that's been the story of his game. And he's shooting 2. Yep, the call is shooting 2. You know these referees very well. We haven't mentioned them so far. You want to give some shout-outs to our referees there, Tay?
No.
No? All right. Me neither. I want to know if you did.
No, those two are hard on me every chance they get. Not going to do it. And this is a family program. I'm not sure I can say their name and then continue on.
Oh, okay. Well, then we won't bother. Fans, you can see the faces. You know who they are. If you don't, well, you're not going to, apparently.
No, I'm just playing. They're doing a great job out here today, too.
No, it's been the refereeing so far has been real solid. We haven't had any, and I think they're not just us, but I think the coaches will tell you the same thing. It's been really evenly called at both ends, which is really all you want. And Reno, Hookie, he's had a good second half after being largely silent in the first. He's gotten them back in it. It's a 2-point game and a turnover. George Walker going the other way. Pardon me. Aaron up to George. And it's going to be a step-back 3 from Humphrey, but rims out. Nicholson there again, but he loses it. Pardon me, Pyrick. And that is going to go back to Moncton. A lost opportunity from Sussex. Some bunny opportunities in there, but Pyrick and then McGovern came flying in and locked things down. Now Moncton's trying to steal some non-Chris Nicholson minutes. I think you'll see him come back in 2 or 3 at the most. I'd say probably the 4-minute mark at the most. So he's been running things down in the paint, and Sussex now has tied the game on the lay-in from Aaron Walker.
It's not going to take 2 minutes. He's on his way to the table now.
Because that diagonal pass hasn't been there because of Nicholson's effort to get back.
Yep.
So now we got 6 minutes, tie game. Winner takes all here in the last 6 minutes of our first opening night, of our opening game of a second night, the 2021 DNA Hoop Classic. 2 girls games to follow. Pyrick drains a big one. Whew. That's a big shot from the senior. And getting back into their 2-3 zone again. One Walker to another. Follows his shot, does Aaron. And tries to rip that ball away from Humphrey, and it's staying here, pardon me, from Nicholson. It's staying here, down here with Sussex. That was a big 3 from Pyrick. And now this is the time of the game when we get people coming to us asking for players of the game. So let's have that chat. I think for Sussex, you can't go anywhere else really then. Well, you could actually, but I think that huge first half from Muscroft.
You're 100% correct.
I mean, the Walker brothers you could talk about. You could certainly talk about Connor Humphrey. Ben Hookie's had a solid second half, but I think I think we would go with Matthias Musgrave for Sussex. As for Moncton, I'd say it's Chris Nicholson's been terrific. But also, I think McGovern has. You can make an argument for him.
It's so hard for me to constantly agree with you. Like Chris Nicholson deserves it.
My pick would be Chris Nicholson if we're talking.
Man,
it's tough to go against McGovern, and Pyrick too has been terrific.
Just so that you know, folks, keep tuning in. At some point, I will get an opportunity to argue with him about
so
this.
We are
before the weekend's over.
Announcing through a in-depth discussion here from the referees, and we're not sure what it's about. And they've decided it's white ball, and I think, yeah, I was just thinking before that I thought the last possession arrow had gone to Sussex, and they just gave them two of it again, but they had a nice long discussion. I think they got it right. I think the last possession arrow was to Sussex, so I think the referees did a good job there. You aren't going to agree with me to get more brownie points?
Nope.
Okay.
I just had to.
You do your thing. You do
you,
man.
I just had to agree with you for two things at the same time. I'm pretty much
Not
overwhelmed
going
right
three. Good. Yep, that's the right call. Leet got himself in there and then didn't know what to do with it. You got to be a quick decision maker at a guard at the varsity level, and Chris is learning that. Humphrey down in the corner. Walker on the skip pass doesn't get there. Big defensive play from Xander Annevert and a nice hit ahead to Pyrick. He finishes for two.
And that's going to be important for Sussex to remember. Like, if they can't turn the ball over now because Moncton's going to get out and run.
Yep.
And those bigs have great hands and are going to finish.
They are. Humphrey. Up to Musgrave. You got to feel like Moncton's got to get something from Musgrave here late. Oh, open shot from Hookie goes in and out. That looked good. Looked online. But Musgrave, Moncton's done a good job on him most of the second half. And look at Nicholson driving the ball. Humphrey had his back turned. Oh, so he might have had a chance at that. Nice kick from Nicholson. Oh, and that had no chance of getting there. Humphrey, the right place at the right time. Dumps it to Walker. Out to his brother. And that's a Drano from three. For the big man, George Walker pulls the Sonics back to within two. Annevert attacks. Nice move. Nice setup inside for Pyrick with a little teardrop. Bank shot. Well done from Xander Annevert. Probing.
Looks like we're in for a good finish here today.
Nicely done. This has been such an entertaining game. Musgrave with the pull-up, and it rims out. Walker back. The back end can't get it. And a weak outlet from Nicholson, but he gets away with it.
At this point, I don't even know if you need to announce rebounds anymore.
It's
It's
automatically.
We just know who got the rebound.
Gonna be Nicholson.
Yeah, we know who got the rebound. Use that for a sponsor. Like mention a sponsor instead of rebounds.
This Nicholson rebound is brought to you by DNA Swag. They'd be getting some more airtime, the sponsors. That's for sure. So yeah, what are these huddles about? You think for these last few minutes for both sides?
Well, a lot of it's going to be taking care of the basketball.
Yes.
I think that's going to be the discussion on both ends, because right now, the game we're still in a close game with a ton of time left. Right?
Yep.
It's not about the stuff we're running because it works if we get through it.
Yep. It's about being offensively tough
it's
and
being able to get through
and
it.
defensively tough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think both coaches are being very sure about taking care of the basketball right now.
And they want to, and maybe they've got some sort of not a junk defense, but something they've been doing in practice, maybe a little bit of a run and jump or throw a zone. Maybe Sussex throws a zone at him for a possession or two or something maybe that they've been working on. But again, not a lot of practice time at this time of the year that you would normally have had. The coaches may not have the sort of stuff in their toolbox yet to go to that they might have later in the year with their veteran guys.
Yep.
You know, we've worked on this in practice a little bit. We're going to go to this to throw Moncton or throw Sussex off a little bit. They probably don't have that go-to stuff, especially Moncton with their short bench.
You're going to see them go to their veterans anyway.
Yep.
For the decision-making opportunities, right? Like one right there.
Annevert, that's pretty simple. Just you're not going to send another guy at me, then I'm going to beat the guy in front of me.
Done.
That's easy offense for Moncton. You have to call a play there.
No.
And really, most teams now operate under concepts anyway.
Yeah.
You don't see a point guard like the old days, holding up his hand and go, Indiana, Indiana.
Right, right.
You know, it's
this is what we run.
We run a system. If I dribble at you, you go back door. If I pass the ball here, then we cut diagonal, and you just got some concepts that you teach the kids, and and then just get the. And you don't see a lot of. You see a lot more than back in our day. It's positionless too, and you see, and it's the same thing here. You got little guys playing at the high post. You got big little guys posting up, and Connor Lee, little guy playing big. That's a big hoop from a grade 10 with 3 minutes left in this game to put him up 8. They're staying solid in that zone.
I know I said it last night, but I'm very impressed with Gentry Lee.
Ooh, big shot from Muscroft, and they creep back to 5. Yeah, you and me both. Grade 10s are tough. It's tough to show out in this tournament as a grade 10.
And the fact that coach is trusting him in this moment, right?
He's dynamic, and you can tell he's going to be a dynamic guy for 3 years in high school. And wide open for 3 is McGovern. Bottom. He's been big. Don't make me regret my player of the game pick, McGovern.
Well, that's who I wanted, folks.
Is that who you wanted?
That's who I wanted.
I can tell. And if it goes to him, I don't know who we eventually gave to our esteemed commissioner, our esteemed head here for player of the game. But if it's, I wouldn't argue if it was Taylor McGovern, that's for sure. He's been terrific. Him and Pyrick and Nicholson along that back line have been the story of the game for Moncton for sure. So they go to another timeout here, up 8. And Sussex needs something special here now.
So this would be, I feel like this would be a moment where Sussex is drawing up something to get a basket quick and get the momentum back in their favor.
And you got to figure it's something for Muscroft. He just made one here in the corner.
Yep.
Hadn't made one in a while. You got to, okay, maybe that got him loose. Let's run something for him. Get a quick one. And then you got to figure, if I'm Coach Muscroft, I'm thinking about extending maybe that defense a little bit.
Yeah.
You saw it. Left Anivert to go one-on-one, and even a strong defender like Connor Humphrey has a tough time keeping him in front of him. So you got to figure he's going to go back to maybe a little bit of that double team run and jump action, maybe with those Walker brothers, bringing the heat, trying to turn them over. Andrew Trice has a message for you.
Oh, no.
25 rebounds and not player of the game, he says.
We gave it to him.
Yeah, but not your pick. You said it wasn't your pick.
Oh, Andrew and I haven't agreed on a lot for a long time. I just didn't want to be corrected by him out here. I apologize, Andrew. I
26 rebounds, Andrew. Right? 26 rebounds.
I promise to do better, Andrew. I will be better as the weekend goes on.
Right, Trites? 26 rebounds now.
My full apologies. I'm so disappointed in myself now. When it comes from Andrew, it hurts.
Oh, almost a turnover, but collected by Nicholson. It's got to go up. And misses everything. Does McGovern, but he had to rush that one.
And in my defense,
Mr.
Trites,
here we go.
If he's grabbing 25 rebounds a game, he's going to get a player of the game before the tournament's over.
Oh, it's one of those excuses, right?
Well, I needed something.
Yeah.
I couldn't let it go. It was starting to bother me a little bit, and I was forgetting what I was actually here for.
Brody Black at the top. Kicks to the corner to Humphrey, and they can't afford long possessions like this at this point. Can Sussex? Look at that block shot from the player of the game
that I chose. Way to go.
Chris Nicholson. Rejection, and a big one. Would have brought the crowd to their feet on Saturday if he gets a one like that. And Sussex going to look for a quick one here. They only got 3 seconds. 2. Up goes Muscroft, and it's going to be out of bounds to Sussex. So they get another opportunity. This game isn't over yet. And you talked about this is that range where some teams, if they're not mentally tough, can go the game's over. Sussex is not going to be that team.
Right.
They're not thinking this game is over in any way, shape, or form.
They're thinking there's actually way too much time. We can win this by 5.
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, Brody Black was wide open at the foul line, wasn't seen. That three is going to go up from Walker, and it's short. But Brody Black on the follow. Almost a chance for a three-point play, but he's going to the line for 2.
And that's part of that smart basketball that we were talking about. Like that's a veteran decision right there. Go to the line, get some shots up while the clock's not moving.
So big free throws here. Ooh, and the first one's missed. And again, we'll kind of remind you fans at the end of most of these games of the tiebreaker scenario. In a short tournament like this, tiebreaker scenarios often come into play. So if there's two teams tied, it's head-to-head. If 3 teams tie, which is possible, it goes to point differentials. So points at the end of these games are really, really important. And those are 2 missed free throws. And this rebound is brought to you by, I don't know, pick a sponsor. Nicholson again, 27 now. Inside for Pyrick. Lays it in. Beautiful stuff. These 3 big guys along the back line of that zone from Moncton have been terrific. And a good box out there by Pyrick. Great stuff. Hanover back to Pyrick.
Huge possession for both teams right now.
This could be, yeah, I thought maybe. They pass themselves into problems when they pass it just over that half-court line. Sussex, there's a reason Sussex is going to let you catch the ball there.
Yep.
They want you to pass it there. So Muscroft is going to look for a quick score here. Rejects the screen. Pulls up for 3. Doesn't go. Pyrick with a big rebound, and Muscroft not giving up on the play. Comes in and forces the tie-up. Oh, they're going to call a foul on him. That's a toughie. That looked like he went in and grabbed all ball, but
and that one puts Moncton into the bonus.
It does. That's a big call. That probably seals it for Moncton. Now, but we should do every game. We should do a memory of the Hoop Classic. I say this game is over. I saw once in the Seps Gymnasium, Riverview High come back from 11 points down with 49 seconds left against the Harrison Trimble Trojans, coached by our old friend Brian Forsyth. Brian loves the memory of this game. And Steve Smith, if you're listening out there, banked in a 3, banked it in from the corner.
Wow.
At the buzzer. Somehow kissed it off the glass at the buzzer to win the game at the buzzer, coming from 11 down with 50 seconds left. So
wow.
Yeah. So Tim Evans and Steve and all you guys that were on that team, memories, kudos.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I doubt you're about to get a replay of that.
Oh! Muscroft says, excuse me?
And now it's going to happen.
And now it's going to happen. And is that a turnover?
We need a crowd in the gym. I feel like he heard what I
tipped.
said and took that out on me. I don't like that. I don't deserve that.
Almost a turnover they generated there, too. And you got to fit. Yeah, I was just going to say, Coach Neal might want to talk about this one with his kids. You put a curse on it. It's now 8-point game with 38 left.
I'm going to have to talk to him. I didn't deserve that. I'm just volunteering to try to make a good experience for people, and that's what he does to me.
Now, fans, if you notice that I get into the habit of having the memory of the game be a Riverview High memory, it's because I went there. So I'll try to vary it up a little bit, but at some point I'm going to tell the story of the Spirit game in grade 12, us against Harrison Trimble, when we won by 35 points. I'm going to get. Did I just mention it?
What I'm noticing, I'm not so much noticing the celebration of Riverview High.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the victimization of Harrison Trimble.
Harrison Trimble.
Like, that's what I'm picking up on, and I think you should correct that. This is an everybody tournament, Dave.
Listen, you can't have a biased play-by-play guy. That's wrong.
I mean, I see what you tried to bait me into that time.
No, you Trimble fans, if you listened last night, you know better than that. I gave a lot of kudos. You guys went.
I took great care of you last night, Harrison Trimble.
Oh, you carried me there, did you? You let me not get biased.
I had your back last night, Harrison.
Is that
Trimble.
how it goes? That's how it goes, is it?
Not to worry, I'm here all week.
So Moncton's going to line this one up. I bet you they send somebody long out of this, and I'd be shocked if it wasn't Leet. Yeah, but they get the ball in. Here comes the double. Pass, and it's an 8-second call. Exactly what Sussex needed. Yeah. Neil Young, or Neil Smith, pardon me. That was a funny exchange. We're going to see more in one of those exchanges between Coach Smith and the referees. He realized he was wrong and said, "Oh, that sucks."
Good try.
You got to love the guy for realizing he's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He owned it, no problem.
He did, yeah.
That was a very funny exchange.
Oh, we enjoyed that. This is what you're going to get in an empty gym this weekend. See if Musgrove's going to try to get one up. And, oh, they went for the
and he knocked it down.
Unbelievable. What were you saying?
He's about to really prove me wrong.
What were you saying? Moncton's attempting to give that away, and that is 5 fouls as well on Annevert.
That's a big play.
Wow. We talked about it. Sussex is never going to have.
That's a big play.
You're never going to convince them they're out of the game.
No.
And this is why.
And I mean, I even tried.
Musgrove with a big 3 and a chance to bring it down to 4. And now Moncton has to go against the Sussex, which will definitely be a press, without Xander Annevert and without their backup point guard, do-everything Feli Njai. So Moncton's going to have to do this by committee in the last 29.9 seconds. Still in the driver's seat, obviously, but –
and the free throw line is going to play a major role right now.
Yep, because somebody in Moncton's going to have to make 2 out of 2 free throws
to win this game. Yep.
Yep, with 30 seconds left here. Don't go anywhere, fans. This is going to be a big finish. Musgrove makes it. It's back to 4. So let's see who they're going to try to get that ball into. And they just send it long, and McGovern manages to collect. Oh, boy, that was close to a turnover.
Yeah, I can tell you that's not what Sussex was hoping for in that moment.
No, and it was a smart play, though, to throw over the top of it, to have it available. McGovern didn't look like he was quite ready for it. But he managed to collect, so big play by McGovern, and these are the 2 free throws we just talked about. And he misses the first. Stays at 4. So no matter what, this is a 2-possession game with 26 left. Oh, gets the roll in the second. That's a big one. And timeout Sussex.
What are you looking for right now if you're Sussex? What's the plan?
Well, the plan is are we doing Doug Collins here? Get the ball to Musgrove and get the
out of the way.
Get the heck out of the way. But I mean, look, if all you're doing in the Moncton huddle is talking Musgrove, right?
Right.
So if you're in the Sussex huddle, what do? You could force it to him,
right.
But you got to suspect. I mean, look, Mark's no dummy.
Yeah.
He's got 2-3 All-Stars. He knows by now
right.
how teams play Musgrove in these situations. They've been in this situation where they need a bucket, they needed to get to him, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to have some plays in that back pocket, whether they use him as a decoy or whether they run him off. They run him off more than one. They give him a second look, off of make him the screener and then hit the screener.
Yep.
They've got something in their back pocket, but Moncton's got to be ready for all of it. And for them, it comes down to communicating defensively and don't foul a 3-point shooter.
No.
Whatever you do.
And stay on your feet, because that's what got them in trouble last time.
So if you're the Sussex coach, how are you getting the ball to Musgrove in this situation? You running him off? You making him the screener and running him off something?
For me personally, I'm getting him open. Before,
just
on
get him the ball.
Get him the ball and let him
make decisions.
Yep.
Yep. That's the other thing you do. Just get him. Don't make it complicated. Just get him the ball. And looks like that's what they're doing. They're trying to do. They got it to him. Now do they run?
Now you can trust them.
Now does Moncton run 2 guys at him? The ball out of his hands. Oh, and he got him up in the air too. Walker with the rebound. They're going to try to 3 again. Walker number 2. George misses that one.
And that should do it, folks.
Man, I thought for sure when Musgrove got Nicholson off of his feet,
yeah,
I thought he was going to lean into him for 3 shots at the line, but he didn't do it. Ooh, I had my heart in my throat if I'm a Moncton High fan when Nicholson jumped to block that shot. And it's still not over. Making this one will go a long way, though. Gets the second one. That's big. They need a quick three and a foul. This has got to go. And it's a miss. And that'll do it. And Moncton High is about to wrap up a 2-0 record here in the opening 2 days of the 2021 DNA Swag Hoop Classic. But just to make sure, Coach Neil Smith, let's call it. But admirable job by Sussex.
Yeah.
Staying in this game.
This was a great game. Like from a fan perspective,
Super enjoyable.
like this is the type of game you want to watch.
1,000%.
And from a player perspective, it's the type of game you want to be in as well.
Yeah. And look, you got to be impressed with Moncton. 2-0 without Njai.
Yeah.
You know, Caden LeBlanc's hurt. They got other guys out. I mean, they're down 3 guys, and you know,
they're in great shape.
They're in the driver's seat in this side of the bracket now. That's for sure. So they'll wait and see how the next couple days go, and they'll be back at it on Friday. But they got to be happy, and Njai's got to be happy about what his teammates have done without him so far. And I'm excited to see this team with him come Friday. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to watch it.
Right.
And Pirate's going to inbound the ball here. We're going to see, I bet, one more foul. And
in this situation, you just got to get the ball in. Nothing crazy. Doesn't matter who. Just get the ball on.
Just hold it. And Sussex, I think the referee. I think the referees were anticipating them wanting to foul, and Coach Musgrove saying, I asked them not to. So what are you doing? I think the ref was thinking the way I was. I think, they'll try one more.
Yep.
5 seconds, they'll try one more. But no,
the old anticipation call.
That's right. And that's going to wrap it up. So 2 free throws by Kevin Lee will end this. And Sussex will try a 3 at the buzzer, and the game's going to end 82-74 Moncton High. They go to 2-0. Sussex drops to 0-1. They'll have another shot at it.
Super phenomenal battle out there on that game. That was a great game to be a part of and to watch and see how it played out. Could have been anybody's game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, that was fun stuff. So fans, stay with us here. We'll stay with you here for just a minute to see the Player of the Game awards. But after this, about a half an hour after this game ends, about 20 minutes from now, looks like the game ran a little bit long. It's going to be Bernice McNaughton women against Matthew Martin, and then later at 8 o'clock, it's going to be Moncton High School against St. Malachy's. Tomorrow, the 3 games. The early game is ladies, 4 o'clock, Riverview High and Moncton High, and then the men, Riverview High, FHS. That's going to be a fun one. And then the late game for the men is Harrison Trimble and Sussex. So Sussex gets back at it tomorrow. And the player of the game, look who it is. Mr. Nicholson with his 28 boards.
I made a great choice.
You did. You made an excellent choice. Who could argue with you? And Mr. Muscroft, of course, for Sussex, who had, I'm guessing, about 30 points. You fans out there, I don't know if you kept the score much, but we didn't. So, Taya, thanks for joining me again, pal. We'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
For 2 more biggies. You're going to be rooting against my Riverview High Royals, I'm guessing, agained Fredericton High, just to spite me.
I can't. No. That's my group too.
All
but
right.
I'll be a little less.
Less
lean.
biased.
Yeah.
You'll lean more towards the middle than I will.
I will accept what my job here is. What I came here to do. I'm going to do that.
Good man. I know you will. We'll
Awesome.
see Taya tomorrow. So fans, you'll join me back here with Megan Campbell as my accompaniment for the ladies' games tonight. We'll see you back here in 17 and a half.